90-Day Fiancés Sarper and Shekina respond to divorce rumors by revealing what's next for them. Sarper Guven and Shekina Garner from 90-Day Fiancé revealed if they're heading to 90-Day, the last resort next, since hinting at a divorce. Sarper is from Istanbul, Turkey, and met Shekinah from Los Angeles on a dating app. While Sarper had been married before, he had never been in love. Sarper slept with more than 2,500 women, but Shekinah became his first girlfriend. First, Sarper was the controlling one in the relationship. When he came to America, the tables turned. Shekinah started tracking Sarper, who, in turn, felt like he was depressed and losing his independence. Sarper almost didn't marry Shekinah. They revealed they had marriage issues even after their iconic 90-Day Fiancé bedding. Sarper and Shekinah seemed ready to end their relationship. Sarper and Shekinah seemingly got a happy ending at the tell-all, but things are not going well between them in real life. Sarper and Shekinah had a chat with Swoon where they discussed what's happened since their decision to get therapy, which they revealed at the tell-all. Shekinah confirmed that their next goal, as a couple, would be to get therapy. "We've had a few sessions," Shekinah confessed. "We need more for sure, but at least we started, you know? It's almost like dating." Shekinah spoke about Sarper being resistant to getting therapy at first, but finally agreeing to it was the biggest thing. She admitted that it was hard for them to find a good therapist. She compared it to going on a lot of first dates and finding one that's a good fit. Without revealing the name, Shekinah mentioned they found a good one, and that they need to talk to him more often. What Sarper and Shekinah going to therapy means for relationship. Why Sarper's commitment issues still haunt his marriage with Shekinah. Shekinah and Sarper share strong, similar personalities that often clash, especially when one wants to change something in the relationship. They had even tried therapy before getting married. However, Sarper, who saw himself as the alpha in the relationship, was hesitant. In his culture, therapy is often seen as a sign of weakness for men, and maintaining a sense of masculinity is deeply important to them. However, Shekinah stood her ground when it came to getting Sarper to shed his bad boy image. She successfully influenced his mindset, helping him grow and mature within the relationship. Still, her constant emphasis on being the one making all the sacrifices began to backfire. Sarper pulled away, and his renewed fear of commitment left Shekinah feeling frustrated and disappointed. Shekinah felt that Sarper wasn't taking responsibility in their relationship. However, recent updates suggest he's now taking his career as a personal trainer and comedian more seriously. He's even open to couples therapy, showing he genuinely cares about Shekinah, and no longer sees their marriage as temporary. Sarper draws inspiration from his parents, who have been married for over 45 years. Our take on Sarper and Shekinah's therapy update. Why Shekinah and Sarper chose therapy over Happily Ever After. Shekinah and Sarper should ideally have been featured in the next season of Happily Ever After. However, going to therapy instead shows that their marriage has hardly seen any happy days since the bedding. Things have taken an interesting turn in the pair's lives compared to other 90-Day Fiancé couples. It remains to be seen if the couple's therapy sessions manage to help fix whatever's broken between them. 90-Day Fiancé. The real story behind Aaliyah de Batista's divisive wedding dress. Aaliyah de Batista and Sean Finch's wedding was by far the most dramatic of 90-Day Fiancé Season 11, but the most startling element of the couple's tense vow exchange was Aaliyah's unconventional wedding dress. Sean and Aaliyah planned an intimate but elegant wedding at a breathtaking California vineyard. Although their 90-day journey had been turbulent, they appear to be on good terms leading up to their big day. The couple was working to overcome the uncertainty surrounding Aaliyah's transition, and to Sean's relief, Aaliyah agreed to sign a prenup. Despite a 36-year age gap, they appeared to be navigating the unique dynamics of their relationship. Unfortunately, on the day of their wedding, everything they'd worked so hard for seemed to fall apart. Despite Sean's careful planning, Aaliyah was 2 hours late to the wedding. Sean, his injured mother, and their guests were forced to wait for her outdoors in 104-degree heat. By the time Aaliyah arrived, Sean's patience had run out. Although they proceeded with the ceremony, their wedding day was ruined by anger and disappointment. Still, it was not these issues that left viewers talking, but rather Aaliyah's unusual choice of wedding dress. Aaliyah's dress left 90-Day Fiancé viewers scratching their heads. She wore a sheer gown. For her wedding to Sean, Aaliyah chose a dress as unique as the couple's love story. Aaliyah wore a sheer bridal gown that consisted mostly of nude-colored netting, with intricate beading along the chest and torso. White feathers adorned the wrists and skirt, while underneath, she wore a white thonged. Aaliyah's dress received rampant criticism on social media, especially because her looks are usually on point. Numerous Reddit threads were dedicated to dissecting the look, with one started by u/Tabristhiak referring to the dress as, without a doubt, the most hideous wedding dress I have ever seen on the show. Many focused on how inappropriate the revealing outfit was for the setting, particularly her choice of undergarments. u/X Pink Peonies wrote that Aaliyah's dress seemed more for the bedroom/after the wedding, not something you'd wear to walk down the aisle. The comments were no better on Instagram, with many fans voicing their disapproval and confusion directly on Aaliyah's account. Although some mentioned Aaliyah's natural beauty and typically sharp fashion sense, other comments were not as gentle. The attention